In this video, we will be dealing with two operators, comparison or relational operators and logical operators. First, let's talk about comparison operators. Comparison operators compare values and decide the relationship between these values. That's why it is also known as relational operators. And basically there are 6 major types of comparison operators. They are equality, not equal, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. So let's see examples for each of them. First, let me define two variables. A is equal to 100 and B is equal to 200. Now let's try the first one, equality, and this returns a boolean value that is false. You can see that the value of A is 100 and B is 200 and A is not equal to B. So that statement gives you the answer as false. Now let's try the second one, A not equal to B. A not equal to B. This statement gives you a true value because you can see that A's value is 100 and B's value is 200. A not equal to B, that is true. And let's see the third one, A greater than B. You can see that the answer is false because A is 100 and B is 200, and obviously A's value is less than B. The fourth one, A less than B, and the answer is true. A greater than or equal to B, that's false. A less than or equal to B, and the value is true. So these are quite simple ones. The next one is logical operators. In logical operators, we use it to check two or more conditions, whether it's true or false. And the major logical operators we are discussing are and, or, not. So to check the logical operators or to check the functioning of logical operators, we need three statements. Let me define the variables. A is equal to 100, B is equal to 200, and C is equal to 300. The answer or the output of a logical operation is always a boolean value, that is true or false. And if I want to check whether A greater than B and B greater than C, the answer is always a boolean value. Here we are combining two statements. The first statement is A greater than B and the second one is B greater than C. So we need to check whether both these statements are true. If both the statements are true, it will return a true value, and if either one of the statements is false, the final output will be false. So let's check that, and the output is false because both the statements are false. Let me try another one, A less than B and B less than C. You can see that A's value is 100 and B's value is 200. So A less than B, the statement is correct, and B's value is 200, C's value is 300. So that statement is also correct. So the final output will be true. And let me check another one, A less than B and B greater than C. In this case, one of the statements is correct, but the another statement is false. So the final output will be false. The next logical operator we are going to discuss is OR. In the case of OR, if both the statements are true, the final output will be true, and if either one of the statements is true, the final output will be true. If both statements are false, the final value will be false. So let's try that. A greater than B or B less than C. In this case, you can see that one of the statements is correct and one of the statements is not correct. So the final output will be true, because in the case of OR, if one of the statements is correct, the final output will be true. So let me try another example, A greater than B or B greater than C. In this case, both statements are false, so the final output will be false. Next one, A less than B or B greater than C. the first statement is correct and the second statement is false, but the final output is true because the first one is correct. The next logical operator that we are going to discuss is not. Let me declare a variable x is equal to true, and let's see the function of not operator. Let's type not x. It would return the value false because the statement x is equal to true is contradicting with not, because when we say x is equal to true, statement x means true, and if we type not x, it will return the opposite value, it means false. If we declare another variable y is equal to false, and let's display y, not y, and the value is true because the statement y is false and not y means the opposite of that, it means true. So that's all for this video. Hope you got an idea about these operators. Practice these operators well. Let's see in the next video. Thank you.